Today we are recording a review on the Penny 36 longboard. So jumping right into the specs of the board, according to Yahoo Answers, it's made out of polypropylene or ABS plastic. We don't know which one it is, but apparently that's what it's made of, so we're just going to go with that. So the reason that I've got this board, well, because it usually retails for £150, I got it for £45 on Sports Direct. That's the only reason that I bought this, coming from a loaded longboard, and it's not really great for cruising, but this is actual beastly. So the grip tape of the board is kind of like a dip coated substance. It's not dip coated because, well, it's plastic, but obviously it looks like kind of the blue specks that you get on dip coatings, and it works. Does like get a lot of mud in the little grooves, but it works. I would recommend you get like grip tape and then just like slap a bit here, slap a bit here, and then you're good, because that's where your feet go. And sick. So the colour option that I've got is the Rasta option. You can also get it in the candy / pastel colour, kind of like a blue and pink. Superman, which is self-explanatory. Glow in the dark, blue and like a kind of dark grey. It's also a dark blue. It's got white trucks, and grey and green. So that's what Penny tells you. You don't actually know about it, they just tell you the specs like everything, right? So it comes with wheels, obviously, because it's a complete board. You can't really go on it if it didn't have wheels. It's the biggest wheels I've ever rode on a longboard ever. Look how wide they are. They're so fucking wide. Which is good because it rolls over pretty much everything. But if you're planning to do a lot more on it, like slides and downhill and stuff, wouldn't really recommend it. You can get away with downhill because it's wide contact patch, you won't really slip out, but if you want to do like some fancy slides, dancing, well actually you can do dancing, but I mean, Snoop Dogg in. Right, okay. You can't do slides with these wheels, so don't expect to be able to do slides with them. But they roll over everything and they're a great cruising wheel. The hangers on the trucks are alright. They're trucks, I mean, they're not very light, but to be fair, the whole board isn't really light at all. It's made out of plastic, so you're not going to really be expecting a very, very light board. They could be lighter, which would be a lot better, but in terms of colours they look sexy, and it's got Penny on it, so if you don't know it's a Penny board by you being a retard, then you can clearly see it. So if you got any retarded pals out there that didn't know anything about boards or anything,
excusez-moi.
Other part of the truck is the base plate, I think it's called. Basically the bit that the Kingpin hangs with, you know, smokes crack, because it's the Rasta version. You get what I mean? It's a base plate, you know, they're pretty standard. It's basically just green to go with the whole Rasta theme of the board, and it looks cool. And it also comes with the green hardware, screws, bolts. Talking about the best part of the board, which is the bearings, surprisingly they're actually really, really good. You don't need to go out and buy bearings because these things are just sexual. Listen to them.
I don't think I can hear anything.
Exactly.
Yeah!
But they do roll great, and I mean I've not had them in like the rain yet, so that might be a factor, but how I've rode it so far, it stayed up very, very well. I've went down a few hills on it, nearly scraped my whole face. They're yellow. You might not be able to see it because it's got like cow shit in them, but like they're yellow to match the hangers, and they're fabulous. As you're able to see, the board has camber, which basically means you're able to flex down like that, and it has a lot of rebound. So if you're going into corners, you're carving, you can like pump in and out. And that's basically the whole reason behind having camber on a board, and it's got it. Also got some concave, probably the best concave you're ever going to see on like a pintail, to be fair, because like when you see a pintail with camber, the concave usually just mellows out right at the peak of the camber, and this one doesn't. So I'm not saying all concave with cambers on pintails are bad, but this one's good. So I've already touched on it. I'm going to say what I'd recommend this to be used for. It's really great for the kind of like midnight cruises with your pals and stuff when there's no cars on the road, so it's fucking awesome. and I wouldn't recommend going down hills like I've already touched on, but you can do it. Obviously, you might just fall off and scrape your face. It rolls over everything, like I've already touched on, and it's just an overall great cruiser. And if you're just going around to a friend's house and you just want to have a board that you can throw about and not have to worry about it, this is great for that. And as of right now, it's going for very cheap on some websites, so if you've been considering buying it but you've never actually bought it, now is the time. It's a good board, and there'll be links in the description to those websites. So if you want to see other board reviews from us, we have done some. In the link below you'll find a playlist to everything that we've done. Also in that playlist there'll be some tech videos, we do those as well, so if you're into both, that's great. You should subscribe to us. Obviously we are the best channel in the world, /Earth, Milky Way, Galaxy, Universe. Is there anything bigger than the universe, Aaron? Do some conspiracy shit right here.
Right, so... Right, we need to get Stephen Hawking's in, man.
There's a P on the back of the board. It's a big black P.
When I flow, feel me, feel me, feel me, feel me. I'm like a Lamborghini Green Diablo, Coupe VT. It's like DVD when I flow, feel me, feel me, feel me. Paramedics needed. There's a just do it.